Hey guys, happy Monday. Have you guys been feeling weird too since yesterday? So I want to exemplify something to you guys. Hang in there. Semi cloudy skies, right? Sun is out ish. But why is it raining? Where I am specifically. Question is, what in the area attracted such darkness to where it would only be one dark cloud and only rain in that one spot? So that's the question at hand. What's really going on behind closed doors? So I refused to watch the Super Bowl yesterday. I'm sure a lot of you didn't, or maybe a lot of you did. I was adjusting my color here on my phone. I didn't want to watch because I always think about the ancient side of me, if I were ancient. What I would understand and know as hypnoticism, which comes to my head. I have no idea where that came from. Hypnoticism, Sufism, hold your thought, eroticism, and what happens when there are dances or music, or even the Super Bowl alone. It was in a ring. It was in anything that happens in a ring. Basically, you're creating, you're creating a portal. You're creating an energy vortex. Like if you watched a lot of those witch-based TV shows, like in the past, Charmed, whatnot, they would draw a circle with chalk around themselves to shield themselves from the outside. So basically, that's what's really going on. That's why we have arenas and these rings. Where is the light? Oh, excuse me. Anyways, I was just on the way to my destination. But yeah, those TV shows, they draw the ring and they cast their spell so that the spell gets completed by the end of whatever activity they're doing. But if that ring is broken, if the seal is broken, then guess what? The curse gets out. So I'm trying to make sense of the Super Bowl, though I didn't watch it. I don't like watching people chase a ball for 3 hours anyway. And I don't like the names of these people. Like, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing is weird. There's the Tom Brady energy drink that had a ram on it. It's all just, ugh. Of course the Rams won. No, they didn't. I'm lying. I heard it was the Patriots. That to me, I saw symbolism because I think of the Illuminati card game. I think sometimes the card game piggybacks what actually happens in reality, or vice versa. Like I think it was a good thing that the Patriots won, because in essence that just means that we of the people here on this earth, like that was sort of like a tournament, like back in the days, Troy or whatnot, when they had battles and tournaments, and it was like a bet, like if this side wins or this warrior wins, they will be beheaded, or if this side wins, you get to free their slaves. So it's sort of like a deal happened yesterday. This is just what I'm intuiting. And by the way, my left ear has been ringing for the last 10 minutes nonstop. So it's becoming hard to talk because I have this buzzing in my left ear. And that's why I also want to push record, because I wanted to receive and talk while I'm receiving it. But yeah, so these things happen in the ring. We got over that part. I always look at, like, you know, Shakira and Beyonce. Oh, I'm yawning all of a sudden. I'll explain that later. How they usually would have a ring around them, or a ring of fire. Or if you guys remember the Pussycat Dolls, the Buttons video, which I really love. But at the same token, I didn't realize I was being influenced at that time back then. And I was like, they did a dance in fire, like in a ring of fire. And I also think about where I live, which is in California, which is part of the ring of fire. So you would think that all these different activities and things that are behind closed doors are happening in our coastal areas. If Indonesia is having a large scale of earthquakes and whatnot, that's also the opposite side of our ring of fire. Hawaii having the volcanoes, it's kind of the ring of fire. So I always just try to be observant, and I always not compare like I'm competing two ideas, but it's sort of like I'm trying to find the relevance of one thing and another, how they both coincide, how they both connect the dots or whatnot. Yeah, but I didn't watch Alan Levine. I'm not a big fan of Maroon 5. I think maroon is a color. It's a color of royalty. Is a color of when you overthrow an empire, a dynasty, or a kingdom. There's the light. 5 is a very weird number because it's a power number. It's a number of control. It's a number of. This is why you see like singer groups in 5s. Destiny's Child, Fifth Harmony. 5 is just the number of power. Like it just means that whoever is their manager or label always works with powers of 5. They work with numbers of 5. Maybe the 5 is copywritten, I don't know, and they keep using it as a way to pay themselves when they give off their. Anyway, I'm just digressing. Look behind me. There's a rainbow. It's a huge rainbow. Can you guys see it? Oh, get out the way. Oh, the truck's in the way. There's a huge rainbow that was behind me. What else did I want to say to you guys? I just hit record because my ear was ringing. Now that it's gone, I could talk clearly. Oh, okay, so I had my class today, this morning, my exercise class. And at first I'm thinking, okay, they're just hungover. And then I'm thinking, okay, they're literally like decreasing in energy. And then I'm like, you know what? Y'all just need to stop and go home. So I ended my class about 5 minutes early because I'm like, you guys are not here today, and I'm not going to chastise and beat you guys up. I'm not going to make you feel bad. I just think everyone needs to leave early, go home, and take a snooze, and try it again on Wednesday. Even this one girl, she was like, I just felt like so sluggish, and I thought it was me, because when energy vampires latch onto me, whether I am aware of it or not, sometimes people around me will take the hit, you know, because basically when I lead my classes, I'm in the front, and I'm opening this vibration. And so if I don't clear myself, that's the hard thing about I didn't plan that. The hard thing about being a light being, or being of somewhat assistance to the benevolence, you have to constantly clear yourself. And I was listening to Flora Burns video about the Super Bowl, and she was talking a lot about hell is not hot, it's frozen. I thought about the movie Frozen from Disney. So I was putting all these different coincidences together, and I'm thinking, like, it really changed my whole perception about life, about everything, about myself. And I caught myself with cold hands yesterday. It was weird because I was just on a regular lunch date, as I usually do. I go on lunch dates. But I already knew that this wasn't the right person. Oh, yeah, there's a rainbow over my head. It wasn't the right person or time. It's probably not even the right time for me to be getting to know people until my hands are warm again. Because I'm understanding that in the past, I have a shadow self. But in one of my videos that I was explaining a few videos ago, just because you got over your dark past doesn't mean the darkness is not there anymore. You still have to integrate that darkness into light, whether you like it or not. And that's why my hair's blonde, because I wanted to do something to remark the way people look at me and perceive me. I want them to, I want them to be pre-inspired before I say a word. Oh man, it's flooded. I'm trying to get some things done. And this whole parking lot is flooded. I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh jeez. Can I turn? Let me turn around. Can I turn around? Can I turn around? Yeah, they messed me up. They messed up my flow. Are they doing inspections today? Are they doing inspections today?
Inspection? They're not going to inspect your two-door.
Okay.
They're not going to do a two-door. Got to be a four-door, bro.
Even for delivery only?
Hey, Carlos. We need a four-door. Yeah, four-door.
Even
bro.
for delivery only?
He can do the Uber Eats. You can do the Uber Eats.
Okay.
You know.
Because I already have Uber account. This is just
You
a
got
new
Uber
car.
Eats already?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to inspect the four-door though, brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
So I still need to park here.
You still need to go inside? Yeah, you go ahead.
Uber
You
Eats?
go ahead and park.
Okay. Sorry, you guys have to witness that. I drive for Uber, no secret. So when I had my accident, basically my last car was a 4-door and this car now is a 2-door, so I can't drive Uber. I can't drive people. So that was just telling me that that service of doing whatever I was supposed to do for those people, it's over. What my calling was at that time and place, it was over. But going back to shadow self and whatnot, I'm still learning how to work with my shadow self, because he's still existent. So like I said in my video before, I am trying to take the inspiration of my one-act stage performance choreography, and I use that as a platform for this shadow self to feel good about himself, to know that he can do what he wants. Because I started learning that I was doing that when I was intimate or whatnot. Like my shadow self was with my compassion and it was in the wrong department. And I was learning that my relationships were being damaged, or you date someone that was toxic, or you're attracted to toxic people, or you find yourself in bad situations. So I want to rearrange that, so on and so forth. But But about how all this ties in with the Super Bowl and everything like that. Basically, in a nutshell, something is here. Something is here now. It's so obvious and apparent. Everybody feels off. Everybody feels a little slow and sluggish. It just feels strange. Like even at my home, whatchamacallit, I walk in the door, I try to like relax, kick my heels up, and for some odd reason, my neighbor upstairs and his 200 pounds, his 2 dogs and his cat seem to always pace themselves whenever I walk in the door. So I kind of haven't been having a good last 3 days being home. It just seems that it's amplifying more and more and more, and it doesn't help my anxiety, doesn't help my... Stop honking your horn. What's it called? So I'm wondering if, like, where light bearers, high vibrational people go, it kind of like puts the sun into where those dark clouds are. This is what I was trying to say this whole time. I talk too much. I think when those clouds break up is where you will start to see pushback and resistance, and you start to see how people will treat you differently. People will actually most often accuse you of what they're up to, or they would, point fingers and, have your perception be in the most negative way possible because you just ruined their vibration, their low frequency. I think some people are going through this now. It's like, you think about, what did I do to that person to have them act that way? So that's what happened in my class this morning. I was like, what in the heck? Like, what did you guys drink in the water? Because everybody, not one person acted normal. Even me, like, I was trying to act normal, but I was acting awkward because I felt awkward that everyone was not normal. So, something definitely is here. Something definitely is happening across the world because Saudi Arabia is frozen. Hailstorms and flooding. California, we have these interesting rainstorms that happen in 3 days at a time, non-stop. So, bear with it, people. Whenever it's cold, you know that there are spirits, so we have to just be strong and be encouraging. Beep, beep. All right, talk to you all later. Take care.